welcome to Yoga Life with Amy. My name is Amy, and I'm so excited that you are here today to do this chair class with me. Today we are doing a 60-minute chair class for the whole body. So, grab a chair and let's get started. So let's begin. Come to a comfortable seated position in your chair, making sure you're not against the back of the chair. Have the ankles directly underneath the knees, grounding down through your feet and grounding down through your sit bones into the chair, lengthening through your spine and relaxing the shoulders. Maybe you even gently close your eyes. Let's take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale, slowly release. And just take a few more deep breaths here. Maybe even scanning your body and seeing how you're doing today. Taking one more big deep breath in, and on the exhale, slowly release. Bringing the breath back to normal. Bringing attention to the right nostril, and inhale through the right, and exhale through the left. Inhaling through the right, oh my gosh. And bringing attention to the right nostril. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right. And continue to mentally alternate breathing here for the next few rounds of breath. Once you've done even sides, bringing the breath back to normal. As we continue to lengthen through the spine, relaxing the shoulders, find an inhale here, and on that exhale, send that right ear to the right. Inhaling back through center, and exhale, left ear to the left. Inhale back through center and exhale right ear to the right. On that next exhale, send that chin down through the center and inhale left ear to the left. Continuing with your breath, exhaling down through the center and inhaling either to the right or to the left. If there's a spot that feels like it needs a little extra stretch, feel free to pause there and give it a little extra love today. Once you've done even sides, bringing the head back in through center. Maybe even doing a couple of shoulder circles here, however big or small that feels right in your body today. And bringing that to stillness. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up, and exhale, allow them to come back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. On this exhale, we're going to bring that right hand down along this side, lengthen through that left arm, and cross that midline. Trying to keep that left arm straight. This right arm might be able just to hang down, or you might hold on to the bottom of the chair. Inhale back through center, and exhale, send that left arm down, lengthening through that right and crossing the midline. Inhale back through center. Exhale, right hand down, lengthen through that left and cross the midline. Grounding down through that left hip to keep both hips on the chair. Inhale back through center and exhale to the left, lengthening through that right arm and crossing the midline. This time grounding down through that right hip so both hips stay on the chair. Inhale all the way back up, then exhale, hands down to heart center. And maybe even do a couple of circles here with those wrists. Bring that to a pause and take the circles the other direction. Bring that to stillness and shake it all out. Bring those arms out to a nice big T. Inhaling here, and on that exhale, give yourself a nice big hug. Just noticing which arm is on top. Inhaling here, we're going to lift those elbows up and reach out away from the body. On that next breath, opening up those arms back to a T. On that next inhale, bring those arms back together with the opposite arm on top. Hugging yourself here. Lift up those elbows and pull them out and breathe here. On that next breath, opening that up and shaking it all out. Bringing the hands onto our knees. Inhale, opening up that heart, lifting it up to the ceiling and looking up. Exhale, rounding the back and looking down towards your toes. Inhale up into your cow. Exhale down into your cat, continuing with your breath. Warming up our spine here. That next time you come up into that cow, bring the spine back in through neutral. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through that spine and exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up and exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Bringing those hands onto those knees or wherever is comfortable for you. Lengthening through that spine. On the inhale, we're going to be here in center. On that exhale, we're going to lift that right leg and step out to the side. Inhale, bring it back in through center. Exhale, step out with the left. And inhale back through center. Continuing with your breath. Inhaling through center. And on the exhale, going on to either the right or to the left. Warming up our hips here. Moving that fluid in the joints, getting them warmed up. each leg. And when you've done those two, bring that to stillness. Maybe shake that out if you need to. Coming back to our good seated position. Inhaling again here in center, in neutral. And on that exhale, we're going to lift that right leg and squeeze it in. Inhale back through center. And exhale, lift that left leg and squeeze it in. Continuing with your breath. Exhaling, squeezing in one leg or the other, and inhaling through center. Just warming up those hip joints just a little bit different, stretching out those leg muscles, warming up the legs. And two more on each leg. And bring that to stillness. Shaking that out if you need to. Again, we're going to stay here in our good seated position. This is our neutral position. And on that exhale, we're going to lift that left arm and lift that right knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lift that left leg and right arm and come back down through center. Continuing with your breath, skipping here, lifting the opposite leg and the opposite arm. Bringing in the movement of the legs and the arms. Two more on each side. And bring that to stillness and shake that out. Making sure that we're in the middle to the back of our chair, but still making sure our back is not on the back of the chair. Bringing our hands to our shoulders. This is going to be our neutral position in our inhale. On that exhale, lift that right leg and punch with that left arm with a little twist. Inhale back through center and exhale, lift that left arm and punch with the right. Continuing with your breath, inhaling through center and exhale, punching the opposite arm with the opposite leg. And two more with each leg. And when you're done, bringing that to stillness, maybe shaking that out. And coming to the middle, to the front of your chair now. We're going to be working on sitting and standing. So if you need to use the chair to be able to lift you up, feel free to do that. You can bring your arms straight out in front of you, or you can have your hands on your hips. Whatever feels best for you today, challenging yourself however feels right in your body. So inhaling here, and on that exhale, stand up, and that's 1. Inhale down. Exhale 2. Inhale down. Exhale 3. Inhale down. Exhale 4. 5, and we'll do one more. And then we're going to remain standing. So we're going to adjust our chair at this time. So you can, I had it in the center of mine, but you can bring it a little bit more closer to the top of your mat here. Making sure all 4 legs of the chair are still on the mat for good stability. We're going to come so that we are about arm's distance away from the chair. Our ankles are going to be underneath the knees, underneath the hips, zipping up our abs, and coming into a good mountain pose here. We're going to inhale here and come up onto our balls of our feet and exhale back down. The hands can be on the chair as you are doing this. They can be down on your hips or down along your side, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And just making sure we're inhaling up and exhaling down. I'm going to rotate here so you can see me a little bit more clearly. And we're going to do 2 more here. Bring that to stillness. Again, we're going to stay arm's distance away from that chair, so if we need it, it's always there for us. Again, our hands can be on the chair, they can be on our hips, or they can be down by our sides, whatever feels best for you. We're going to move those feet so that the ankles are together and the feet are making a V. I'm going to rotate here so you can see, making sure that our feet are at a good V here. And inhaling up onto the balls of those feet and exhaling down. Continuing with your breath. And we're going to do 2 more here. And then bring that to stillness and shake that out however feels best in your body here. And again, we're going to come arm's distance away from that chair. Hands can be on the chair. They can be on your hips. We're going to shift that weight into that right foot, come up onto those left toes, and send that left foot straight back so that that back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. The front foot is still facing the front of that mat with that front knee bent over that ankle here. Reaching forward with that right arm and reaching back with that left. That right hand can be on the chair if you need it, or it can be hovering over. Flip that front wrist up, slightly reach forward, and exhale. Allow that back hand to come to that back leg and front arm all the way up. Maybe even looking up at those fingers toward the ceiling. Keeping that front knee bent. Inhale, back through warrior 2. Exhale, reaching slightly forward, bend that forearm. That forearm can come on that thigh, or if you're a little bit closer, it can come to that chair. That back arm is going to come up to the ceiling, and maybe you look up toward the ceiling, toward that hand, or maybe you look down toward the ground, making sure that knee is over that ankle. And maybe it even feels right to straighten that right arm, making sure both shoulders are open to that wall. Inhale back through center, coming back into your warrior 2, and holding on to that chair and taking a nice big step forward and shaking that out. Again, coming arms distance away from the chair, hands at the hips or on the chair. Shifting that weight into that left foot, coming up onto those right toes. Sending that right foot back to that warrior 2 position. So now that right foot is parallel with that back edge of the mat. Left arm is forward and right arm is back. Flip that front wrist, slightly reach forward and exhale, coming into that reverse warrior. Maybe even gazing up to the ceiling. Inhale back to warrior 2. Slightly reach forward, bend that elbow. Bring that forearm either onto the chair or onto that thigh. Lifting that right arm up. You can look straight ahead, down toward your toes, or up to the ceiling. Maybe even straightening that left arm. Again, making sure both shoulders are open to the side. Inhale all the way back up to warrior 2. Bring both hands onto that chair and step all the way back up and shake that all out. And making sure we are arm's distance away from that chair. Hands can be on that chair or on the hips. Shifting that weight into that right foot, send that left foot back to crescent. So that right foot now is going to be in front. That front knee is bent over that ankle. Back toes are facing forward with the heel up. Either have that right hand on the chair or on the hip. Whatever feels best for you. Everyone's going to have that left arm reaching up. Bring that right arm up or keep it on the chair. If both arms are up, bring that right hand onto that hip. Lengthen through the left and cross that midline. Keeping that front knee bent. Inhaling back through center. Exhale, now we're going to bring that left hand onto that chair. Bring that right arm open. And we're going to twist and open up to that bent knee. If it feels good for you, lift that left arm up. Testing our balance here. Inhale, coming all the way back in through center. Bring those hands onto that chair. Take a step forward and shake that out. All right, again, coming arm's distance away from that chair. Shift that weight into that left foot. Come up onto those right toes and send that right foot back to crescent. All 10 toes are facing forward. Front knee is bent over that ankle. Back heel is up off the mat. Maybe you have that left arm touching the chair with that right arm up. Maybe you have both arms up. Either way, bring that left hand down onto that hip. Lengthen through that right arm and cross that midline. Inhale back through center. If you have both arms up, bring that left hand down onto that hip. Lengthen through the right and cross the midline, everyone. Whether that left hand is on the hip or on the chair, crossing the midline. Inhale back through center. Bring that right hand to that chair and bring the left arm back. Maybe you can lift that hand up off the chair, opening up to that bent knee. That chair is always there for you if you need it. Inhale, coming back in through center, bringing those hands under the chair and shaking out those legs. Again, making sure we are arm's distance away from that chair so that we always have that chair no matter where we are. Hands can be on our hips or on the chair. Shifting that weight into that right foot, coming up onto those left toes, and send that left foot back to warrior one. So now that means that that left foot, the toes are toward that front left corner. Heels are toward that back right corner. Hips are toward the front of the mat. Front leg bent. You can have that right hand on the chair, or you can have it on your hip. Inhale, lengthen both arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands down behind your back. They can be at a triangle at your sacrum, hugging your spine with those shoulder blades. Or you can interlace those fingers and press them all the way down, whichever feels best for you. Maybe even gazing up between your eyebrows. On that next breath, forward fold, sending that right shoulder down to that right knee. Making sure to keep that heart down toward the ceiling or down toward the ground. Maybe you even lift those arms up off the back. Whatever feels best for you today. Inhale, coming all the way back up, releasing those arms and shaking it out. Straightening that front leg. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. You can bring your hands onto that chair here or down a little lower. Or maybe you bring your hands down to the mat, keeping those hips in through center. Inhale, bring that all the way back up. Bend that front knee. We're going to bring those hands onto that chair. Shift the weight down into that front leg, pushing into the big toe, baby toe, and heel. As you straighten that front leg, lift that back leg. You can hold the chair on the top, on the side, or down a little lower, pressing that heel away from your body. Maybe you hold on with one hand and then the other, bringing those hands maybe into heart center. On that next breath, bring that back leg all the way forward and shake that out. Shifting that leg, shifting the weight. Shifting the weight into that left foot, coming up onto those right toes, and send that right foot back to warrior one. Again, the right toes now are facing that front right corner. Heels are toward that back left. Front foot is forward with that knee over that ankle. Hands can be on the chair or on your hips. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up, or you can have one hand on the chair. Exhale, bring those hands behind the back. They can be at a triangle at your sacrum, hugging that spine. Or maybe you interlace those fingers and press all the way down. Maybe even gazing up between your eyebrows. On that next breath, forward fold, sending that left shoulder down to that left knee. If your hands are interlaced, maybe you lift those arms up off the back. Whatever feels best in your body today. Inhale, coming all the way back up, releasing those arms and shaking them out, straightening that front leg. Bring those arms all the way up by your ears. Exhale, forward fold. Again, those hands can come here to the top of the chair. They can come to a little bit lower, or they can come down to the ground, keeping those hips in through center. Inhale all the way back up. Bending that front knee, bring those hands onto the chair. Shift that weight into that front leg, so pressing into that big toe, baby toe, and heel. As you straighten that front leg, lift up that back leg, pressing through that back heel. Maybe you hold it to the top, or maybe you can hold a little lower. Keeping those hips in through center. On that next breath, bring that back foot all the way forward and shake that out. We're going to keep those hands on that chair, and we're going to walk those feet all the way out, away from the chair, keeping those arms straight and shifting those hips over those ankles, coming into our down dog. Inhale, look forward and walk that all the way back up. So making sure that we are arm's distance away from the chair. Our hands can be on the chair or they can be on our hips. Whichever feels best for you. We're going to shift that weight into that right foot. Come up onto those left toes and lift that left knee up like we're taking a big step. Making sure you are staring at something in front of the mat that's not going to move. that next breath, set that down, shake that out. Bring that to stillness and shift that weight into that left foot. Lift those right heels. Lift that right knee all the way up like we're taking a big step. On that next breath, set that down and shake that out. Again, those hands can always be on the chair. The chair is our friend. So now we're going to shift that weight into that right foot, come up onto those left toes. Butterfly, open that leg. I'm going to rotate so you can see a little bit better. Rotate that leg. You can stay right here if this feels right for you. Your hands can be on the chair, they can be at heart center, or they can be on your hips. Making sure you're looking at something in front of your mat that's not going to move. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you lift that left leg up the right leg. Making sure not to stop at that knee. Again, the hands can be on the chair, at heart center, or on the hips. Maybe you grow one arm up. Maybe you grow the other. Challenging yourself however feels right in your body today. Bringing the hands back down and setting that foot down and shaking that all out. Shifting that weight into that left foot, coming up onto those right toes, and butterfly, open that leg. Again, maybe you stay right here. Maybe you lift that right leg up that left leg. Maybe the hands come to heart center. Maybe you grow one arm and then the other. Challenging yourself on this side. Remembering that every side is different and every day is different. Bringing the hands back down and setting that foot down and shaking that all out. Bringing our hands onto that chair, walk those feet all the way back. Making sure those hips come up and over those knees and those ankles. Stretching out the whole body here. Inhale, look forward and walk that all the way back up. Again, we're going to be arm's distance away from the chair. I'm going to come and look towards you so you can see this a little bit more clearly. So your hands can be on the chair or on your hips, whatever feels best for you today. We're going to shift that weight into that right foot and lift that left leg to the side. Bring it back down on the inhale and lift that left leg on the exhale. Shifting the weight back and forth, doing our tick-tock here. However small or big feels right for you today. Using those hips in a little bit of a different way. Working on our balance as well. That chair is always there for you if you need it. And do 2 more with each leg. And bring that to stillness and shake it all out. Coming back to our chair, arms distance away. Hands can be on the chair or on our hips. Bring that right foot straight out in front of you. Inhaling here, and on that exhale, bring that foot behind you at a half circle. Inhale back through center. Continuing with your breath. Inhaling back through the front and exhaling back behind you. Half circles can be as small or big as feels right in your body. more here. Bring that to stillness and shake that out. Bringing that left foot straight in front of you. Again, your hands can be on the chair or on the hips. Inhaling here, and on that exhale, bring that foot behind you. Bringing that left foot straight in front of you. Hands can be on the chair or on your hips. Inhaling here, on that exhale, bring that left foot behind and inhale back through center. Half circles can be as small or big that feels right for you. Two more. Bring that to stillness and shake that all out. Let's take another down dog. So bring those hands onto that chair. Walk those feet out and shift those hips over those ankles for a full body stretch. Inhale back, look up, and walk all the way back up. So our hands can stay here on the chair, or they can come up over by the ears. We're going to inhale here, and on that exhale, bend those knees so the shins and knees go forward. Hips and glutes go back, coming up into our chair. Maybe you have your arms up here, maybe you have them at a cactus, or maybe it feels better to have them at heart center. Inhale, coming back up through center. Exhale, back down. Inhale all the way back up. This next time we're going to come back down. We're going to stay here and breathe. So again, having those arms wherever feels comfortable for you. Inhaling all the way back up, and exhale, bring those hands back to heart center and shake that all out. Let's do another last down dog. Before we sit, bring those hands to that top of that chair. Walk those feet out and bring those hips up and over those heels. Inhale, look forward and walk that all the way back up. And rotating your chair, fixing your chair wherever feels right for you. Making sure all 4 feet of the chair are on the mat. Coming to a seated position. We're going to sit all the way back. All right? Grounding down through those sit bones. Lift those legs up so the legs are straight and the feet are up. Hands can be down along your side or on your legs, whatever feels comfortable for you. And we're going to crisscross those legs. Working the inner and the outer legs here. Activating those nice strong abs, keeping that torso tall. And bring that to stillness and maybe even shake that out. Coming to the middle or to the front of that chair. Bring those hands onto those shoulders, having the elbows out to the side. This is going to be our inhale, our neutral position. So inhale here, on that exhale, lift that right leg and send that left elbow to that right knee. Inhale back through center. Exhale, send that right elbow to that left knee. Inhale back through center. Continuing with your breath. Inhaling through center and exhaling from one side to the other. on each leg. Bring that to stillness and shake out those arms. Maybe even do some shoulder circles here. Again, coming to the middle or to the front of that chair. This is our neutral point, so inhaling here. On that exhale, send that right leg out. Bring those arms up. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, send that left leg up, out, arms up. And come back through center, doing our seated jumping jacks here. Continuing with your breath, inhaling through center and exhaling either to the right or to the left. Do 2 more on each leg. And bring that to stillness and shake that all out. Walking those feet out as wide as the mat. Bring those hands to the insides of those legs. Lengthening here on inhale, and on that exhale, send that right hand down along the leg. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, send that left arm down along the left leg and inhale all the way back up. Continuing with your breath, inhaling through center and exhaling down one side or the other. Do 2 more on each side. And bring that to stillness, bringing the hands onto those knees. Again, this is our neutral position here in center. Inhaling here on that exhale, bring that right shoulder down through the center, keeping that right arm straight, pushing that right leg behind. Inhale back through center. Exhale, send that left shoulder down through the center, keeping the left arm straight. Inhale back through center. Exhale back through center again. Continuing with your breath. Exhaling and pushing the knee away from the body with the shoulder in through the center. And inhale back through center. And do 2 more here on each side. And bring that to stillness and shake that out. We're going to come to the middle or to the back of that chair. Grounding down through those feet, grounding down through the sit bones into the chair. Bring your arms out to a T. Inhaling here on that exhale, bringing up that right leg and hugging a ball in front of you with the arms. Inhaling back through center. Lift the left leg on the exhale and bring the arms back in like you're hugging a ball. Continuing with your breath, hugging the ball and lifting the leg through the center on the exhale and inhaling, coming all the way back, open up to center. And do 2 more on each leg. And bring that to stillness and shake that all out. Coming back to the top of that chair, we're going to straighten those legs. Coming back to the top of that chair, straightening those legs. Running down through those sit bones. Inhale, lengthening here, and on that exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through that spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up, and exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Bring those legs back in. Coming to about, again, the middle to the front of the chair. Straighten that right leg. Maybe bring that left ankle over that right ankle. Maybe it stays right here. Or maybe that ankle comes onto the shin with the knee bent. Or maybe it comes all the way up onto that thigh. Lengthening through the spine. Pressing that knee down away from the body without using your hands. And breathe here. On that next breath, exhale and forward fold and breathe here. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Releasing that foot and shaking that out. Straightening that left leg, bringing that right ankle over that left ankle. Grounding down through those sit bones. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Never mind, don't do that. Straighten that left leg, bring that right ankle over that left ankle. Maybe you stay right here, or maybe that ankle comes to that shin. Or maybe it comes all the way up onto that thigh. Rounding down through that knee, pressing it down toward the ground without using your hands. Lengthening through your spine. Noticing where you're feeling this at in the body. On that next breath, exhale and forward fold. Inhaling, coming all the way back up. Releasing that foot and shaking that all out. Making sure that those feet are underneath those knees and coming into a comfortable seated position. Finding a nice big inhale, maybe even closing those eyes, and exhale, slowly release the exhale. And taking a few more deep breaths here. take one more big deep breath in, and on the exhale, slowly release. And then bring the breath back to normal. Keeping the eyes gently closed. Become aware of your breath. Aware of the body gently moving with each inhale and exhale. And notice on the inhalation that the abdomen gently rises, then the chest rises. And on the exhalation, the abdomen falls, chest falls. Inhale, abdomen rises, chest rises. Exhale, abdomen falls, chest falls. Feel this wave of breath, like a wave washing into the shore and washing away from the shore. Follow this gentle wave of breath, each breath, watching the wave rise and watching it fall. No need to make any changes to the breath. Simply watching. Watching the natural wave of breath, like watching waves on the ocean. Simply follow your natural pace of breath. Allowing your body to relax here in Shavasana. And bringing your awareness back to your heart center. Notice the heart center rising on the inhalation and falling on the exhalation. Bringing awareness back to your body, maybe even scanning your body and seeing how you're feeling. body by taking a few deep breaths here. Maybe you wiggle your fingers and your toes and feel the lightness of the sensation. Maybe you stretch or move your body in any way that feels right for you today. Bringing that to stillness and bringing the hands to heart center. Grounding the feet into the ground. Grounding the sit bones into the chair. Lengthening through the spine and relaxing the shoulders. Finding an inhale here, and on that exhale, slightly leaning forward, releasing anything that no longer serves you. On the inhale, coming back up and allowing anything you may need, allowing it to come in. Bowing your chin towards your heart as a sign of gratitude. Thank you for taking time today for your self-care, for hitting play and rolling out your mat. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful and beautiful rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you next time.